has been this very special track for me. And one of the main reasons it being so special is for the fact that it is of the genre rock. And why I like rock so much is that it is one of the most emotional genre of music out there, and I want to give it a shot in that direction because I've been making like progressive house, chill trap, and all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to try something different. So I decided to go on for this track. I started working on this track like I think around 1 week before putting out Stargaze, and I think any musician can actually relate to the fact that when they are kind of saturated working on one track, they tend to have those ideas which they have because when you're working on a track for a long time on one particular track, they tend to have ideas for making other tracks, and that's how my mind was getting diverted. I started working side by side with Journey as well. So yeah, that's how I started making, and it just starts with this. I just come up with this melody for this acoustic guitar and electric guitar melody. It is the most complex melody I have ever made on a track, and I actually wanted to keep it that way because I was working on a rock track, and if any in no rock track will be having such a single simple notes. It's just like this flow of complex melodies, and that's what made me go in that direction. It's like if I was in a rock band and I was given the electric guitar, obviously I didn't want to play the simple notes. I want to make it, this complex. I want to play to that complex melody. So I was just thinking that perception, and I wouldn't get the melodies instantly when I'm looking at my phone when I'm making the track. So I had to just lie down and hum the melody. So and I have to keep structurizing that melody. It's like I have to keep making these puzzles in my head of how one melody and then how it hits the next note and the next note, and that's how I started making this melody. So just like how I was making the lead melody, I had to take it in the perspective of how a drummer would play the drums, and I started thinking that way. Kept the phone aside, and I just started putting this beat in my mind, how it's gonna be like, and I started doing it. And so it was like this bunch of kick rolls and the snare rolls, and there was like a little trial and error method also, so I had to see which was fitting in very perfectly. And yep, that's pretty much how I made the drums. So while making this track, I wanted to keep the essence of electronic music as well, because I'm more of an electronic music producer basically. So I wanted to keep the fusion of rock and electronic, basically the genre which I'm working on and the genre which I usually do. So you can tell it like a ratio of like 80% rock and 20% electronic music. So basically an electro rock track. That's what I was intending to make. The art cover. So uh, this was actually ended up being very random. I was thinking of some other art cover, with this scenic background and all that kind of stuff. But what I just decided to do randomly was just take a selfie with this like intimidating look which I kept, and I just took a photo of that, and I put on some effects and all that kind of stuff. Just spiced it up a little bit, and it kind of looked pretty good. And I was like, let's go on with this stuff, and then that's how I came up with the art cover. Now, when I was working on my tracks, my mom always insisted to me that one of the tracks should be having the name Journey. She kept telling me that, and I was like kind of putting this equation in my mind, like I was trying to equate the current track which I was making, and I was thinking whether this the title apt for the current, for the track which I was working on, and it seemed to be working pretty well, like Journey and a rock, and wow, that was pretty good, and I was like, wow, cool, it's amazing. So the formula for making a good melody is that there's no formula for making a good melody. The most important thing in music or in life in general is that to just be yourself. Even in music, make sure that you try to be yourself while making music. Enjoy what you're doing, and I hope in this pandemic that all of you guys stay really safe, secure, and happy. And that's pretty much it. So stay safe, guys. Peace out.